All right, now we're going to go ahead and replace the serpentine belt and the AC drive belt. So to do that, we're going to loosen the air intake clamp. We're going to take this electrical connector off here for the MAP sensor. And we already unplugged or unclipped the top of the air box here. So this should just come right off. Get it out of our way and leave it on. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I'd like to get a little more room there, but that'll work. Okay, we're gonna get ourselves a 15 mil on a ratchet. And this is your tensioner. So we will go ahead and detension the pulley, and you can slide your belt off. Perfect. Now some people will recommend that you replace pulleys. When you do this, I don't know. I'm kind of an if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of guy, to be honest. And what's funny is that this belt is actually in really, really good condition. So I probably could have left this belt on for longer, but I don't know. We'll freshen it up. But yeah, I'm very impressed for 105,000 miles. That thing is not cracked at all. Now the AC belts on these, which are way down there, they're stretched to fit, which is kind of annoying. So you kind of got to pry them off, and then you got to pry them back on. But they're not too awful bad to do, so we'll show you that. Just turn this little plastic pry tool between the pulley and the belt. Alright, so on the crank side, I got it off a tooth, so I should be able to kind of walk it out. We just kind of push this guy, slide her off. Learning's sake, whatever that's worth to you. There we go. Perfect. Bit of an effort, but that's okay. That should slide right out, just like that. All right, now we get our new belt. It's basically gonna be the same thing, but in reverse. Slide this puppy over. And then we just gotta start it on the AC pulley. And they tension up pretty good, so it's gonna feel pretty short, but it should be correct here. As you can see, maybe, got a zip tie holding on the pulley, and then we just gotta give this a little rotation, and hopefully it'll jump on the pulley and not break the zip tie, but we will see. It might be a little bit tricky because it's gotta stretch a pretty good ways, but we'll find out here in a minute. Just want to make sure we're not getting off the AC pulley, so that's not going to help us. I'm just going to run it right off the other side. There we go. I think we are on. Okay, I'm stripping our freaking. Nice. Oh, we're almost on. We're not quite fully on here. We got to keep turning. There we go. Right now I'm just picking up on the belt and just getting it realigned here. I think this will work. Yep, I just heard it click in. Perfect. Just get it off the spline so it can have a chance to move. Nice. Should be good. All right, now we just got to remember our belt pattern here. The belt pattern on these cars is kind of complex, actually. Not really sure if this is right. We're gonna give it a shot here. All right, we pulled up our picture because I'm too dumb to do this on my own. So we're gonna do this with the picture. All the way back down. This is a strange belt routing. I want to meet the engineer who designs these pulley routings and either shake their hand or punch them. I don't know which, because they're interesting. And then we can take our air filter, put this guy in. Whoa! All nice and lubed up and cleaned, of course. Trying to do this one-handed right now because I'm holding the camera. Boom, boom. We'll get this guy back in. I'm probably gonna clean my intake manifold first, actually. Before we put this back together, give our throttle body a nice cleaning. Things gonna run like crap for the first few seconds because I'm spraying a bunch of carb cleaner in there, but that's okay. Just clean all this up nice. Now you could take this off and really go crazy with it if you wanted, but we should be fine. Oh, I don't want to lose that paper towel in there. That would be bad. Definitely didn't almost do that. The big factor here is the opening, because that's the smallest point. If you don't clean the rest of it, it's not as big of a deal because it opens up and it doesn't create a restriction. There's a lot of oil in here from the crankcase breather, over 100,000 miles worth of wear and tear. But that's pretty good. Like I said, you really just want to get that opening nice and clean if you can. So all your airflow, you're not restricting airflow. And it makes more of kind of, oh, I broke one of the airbox tabs. Huh, kind of surprised about that. Well, I'll fix that first. Apparently, I broke this airbox tab. So we'll see if we can't super glue it back on. It's really not going to hurt anything, but there's two more, even if we can't get this to glue on well. I'm surprised. I never heard it snap, so I don't know when this happened. We've got that tab glued back on. I think it came out pretty good. So we can go ahead and slide this back in very carefully so we don't break it back off. Like I said, kind of surprised that happened. I don't know. I don't remember hearing it or seeing it. It could have been like that for years and it just finally popped out. Not really sure. I'm going to actually slide this on first. Come on, baby. Ugh, let's loosen this up a little. I love these stock clamps. How they like set in this channel nice. You get an aftermarket intake and they're fine quality, but they're just not the same. This thing's all indexed nice and they put their cute little paint markers on it. Show that it's tight. Okay, I'm talking this thing up and I can't freaking get it back together. There we go. That was weird. I don't know why that was so hard. Huh. All right. We'll tighten this guy back up now. Seems we're right here. Whoa! Gotta stop dropping the screwdriver. No, that seems to be right. Huh. Okay, clipped in. Plug our MAF back in. Boom. And we're good to go. Tighten this guy right here.